There ain't no stopping us.
Hi again, gang. Bro Wolverton here in the PWX Events Center. It's the one night a year where we see the battle of the brands as stars of Premier Wrestling Experience clash with the upstarts with something to prove in the PWX Pure roster, and it all comes to a head on Saturday, December 8th, 2018 at PWX vs. Pure, live from Hebron Hall in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Pure division has gained a cult following in 2018 with many new stars earning opportunities to turn heads and be successful in Premier Wrestling Experience. PWX vs. Pure will feature many matches with the stars of PWX versus the stars of Pure, but none of those matches will be as big as our main event. 10 superstars, 2 teams of 5 in one ring in an elimination tag team mega match. Elimination in our main event can occur via pinfall submission or in a new twist being tossed over the top rope and to the floor of Hebron Hall. The match will continue until all 5 members of one team have been eliminated. Let's take a look at the teams competing in our main event, starting first with Team Pure. Team Pure will be represented by team captain Slim J, who has arguably been the biggest standout of the Pure roster in 2018 and recently picked up a big victory over Shane Strickland. Slim J's teammates include Jamie Senegal, who is quickly becoming one of the most popular superstars on the Pure roster. Patrick Scott, the brash young man, has been a staple of the Pure events and is a student of PWX and ECW alumni Steve Carino. High-flying Cam Carter, who competed in and was victorious in the first ever match in Pure history. Rounding out the team is Josh Powers. Powers is coming off a brutal feud with Beastly that culminated in the first Pure Steel Cage match. Powers has gone on record referring to himself as the tank of Team Pure. Making up Team PWX will be Harlem Bravado, the world-traveled superstar and former PWX Tag Team Champion, has the experience in tag team competition to do well in this format. One of the biggest stars on the Premier Wrestling Experience roster, the Syndicate's Montana Black, has been making life a living hell for members of the Pure roster. One has to wonder how the stars of Pure will be able to eliminate the man that calls Angry Mountain home. Now fans, as you can see on the card, the Man Scout Jake Manning was scheduled to be a member of Team PWX. Unfortunately, due to a family emergency, we have learned that the Man Scout Jake Manning is out of PWX vs. Pure on December 8th. We at PWX understand and believe that family comes first, and our thoughts are with Jake at this time. Now, PWX matchmakers are working hard to fill the vacancy left by the Man Scout Jake Manning. You will also notice that there are 2 blank spaces in the Team PWX. Earlier in the evening of December 8th, a tag team match will determine which 2 men will co-captain Team PWX against Team Pure. In that match, the Syndicate's Jason Cade and PWX World Heavyweight Champion Elijah Evans will battle the team of Ethan Case and the Southern Savior John Skyler. There was complete chaos at Headlocks for Hospitals when Jason Cade defeated ECW original Tommy Dreamer in a scene that looked like something out of a prison riot. That same evening, Elijah Evans successfully retained the PWX World Heavyweight title thanks in part to the newest member of the Syndicate, Elijah Evans' cousin, Savannah Evans. A beatdown continued afterwards with members of the Syndicate pummeling Ethan Case until John Skyler left the broadcast booth running off the Syndicate with a Singapore cane and laid down the challenge for this 2-on-2 battle on December 8th. Our cameras caught up with John Skyler and Ethan Case following Headlocks for Hospitals. Let's take a look.
I'm a little sick and tired at the fact that for some reason everybody thinks that PWX needs to be changed. John Skyler, the Southern Savior, I'm the guy that changed this place, and I changed it for the better. And now people like the Syndicate want to come in and they want to ruin everything that guys like me have helped create. Guys that came before me helped create as the cornerstones of this place.
Hey man, like I know you're on a roll and everything, but listen. What you did tonight, and I know they said it, and we had our little moment, and it was kind of like heat of the moment thing, but thank you. Because the 4 and 5-on-1 stuff, there's no way I can fight them by myself. No one knows Elijah better than I do. And Tommy can play his games, but Elijah's the mind behind it. And if you seriously want to change PWX back to the way we had it for years.
When I was beating you month after month. When I was on top.
Yeah.
When I was the world champ.
Yeah.
When things were good, things were rolling. We didn't have to worry about the Syndicate.
That's right.
You were killing it.
You're good, man. You're great. We've had our differences, and I get it. But if you want to take them down, we're going to have to work together. And it's not just going to be us. We have to rally the troops, man.
Say there's strength in numbers.
Yes.
Maybe like we should form a tag team.
Yes.
Ethan, let's get one thing straight. I don't like you. You probably don't like me. But if we want to save what I've helped create and what you've helped create, that's PWX. If it's an alliance, what we need to do, I guess it's an alliance they're going to get.
Fantastic. And for the record, I do like you.
You
Because
still haven't beat me.
it'll come. I
No, it
promise.
won't.
It will one day. Count on it. Bank on it.
Will Skyler and Case be able to coexist given their history from just a few short years ago, or will they swallow their pride and band together to take down the Syndicate? Will the newest member of the Syndicate, Savannah Evans, make her presence known again? Which two superstars will captain Team PWX? Will it be our current World Heavyweight Champion Elijah Evans and perhaps the most hated man in the PWX locker room, Jason Cade? Or will it be the man referred to by many as Mr. PWX, Ethan Case, and one of the most decorated performers in PWX history, the Southern Savior, John Skyler? Now, I spoke with Jason Cade briefly earlier on, and following Cade's heinous and disturbing actions at Monsters Among Us against PWX Innovative Television Champion, the revolutionary Darius Lockhart, we were provided a medical update on Lockhart. It was initially reported Darius could have suffered a bruised or cracked sternum, but Lockhart is all right and will be slated to return to action in PWX in the month of January. There are several other special PWX versus Pure matches taking place on December 8th, and let's get right to them. The fastest in all of Pure, fast as hell, Ian Maxwell clashes with the chair-swinging luchador Serpentico in a match that will shake Hebron Hall down to its very foundation. Hold on to your hats and be sure to alert traffic air control on this one. More tag team action as the standout team of Filth, Sleaze, and classless Mason Myles battle one of the most popular tag teams in PWX, the Monster Squad team of Built to Self-Destruct Billy Brash and the real Joshua Cutshall. Filth recently defeated the International Superstars in a Pure Showcase match in November, and the Monster Squad were within an eyelash of defeating the Lethal Enforcers at Monsters Among Us and come into this match with a chip on their shoulder. A unique clash of styles to take place at PWX versus Pure when the hard-hitting Joe Black looks to get his spot back in PWX by tearing through PWX mainstay, the high-flying risk-taker Tracer X on December 8th. Black has been tearing through competition on the Pure roster, and Tracer X recently cemented his place in the X16 tournament coming up in January by shutting out and hopefully shutting up top-tier talent Drew Adler in the process. Either man could walk away with a victory here and launch themselves higher up into the card as we head into 2019. Now, speaking of the X16 tournament, X16 is fast approaching in January. The field of 16 is slowly starting to fill up as we inch closer and closer to January 19th and 20th from Cabarrus Arena in Concord, North Carolina. Another spot in the 2019 X16 will be filled on December 8th, and many of the stars of the Pure roster are looking to take advantage of the opportunity when Beastly, Effy, Lucky Ali, Stuart Snodgrass, and Andre Guhn compete in a five-way match. All of these men have had impressive outings in the last few months, but only one will be able to qualify for the X16. Who will it be? The winner of the X16 tournament not only wins the trophy, but will go on to the main event of the biggest show of the year in PWX, Rise of a Champion, in March. Could we see one of the Pure talents possibly main event Rise of a Champion and become PWX World Heavyweight Champion? To do so, they'll have to get past four others on December 8th. In a match that is quickly becoming personal, the Lethal Enforcers will finally get their shot at the PWX Tag Team titles, which the Ugly Ducklings have had a death grip on for all of 2018. The Enforcers defeated the Ducks to win the 2018 Crockett Cup, so this rematch has been a long time coming for Anthony Henry and James Drake. The Ducks defeated the Gym Nasty Boys in impressive fashion in November and would love to get past the Enforcers and celebrate a full year as PWX Tag Team Champions come January at X16. Now, just before I entered the event center, I was informed that you, the fans, are going to want to get to Hebron Hall early on December 8th because this match for the PWX World Tag Team titles will kick off PWX versus Pure. What a way to kick off the final show of 2018. PWX versus Pure takes place Saturday, December 8th, 2018 at Hebron Hall in Charlotte, North Carolina with a 7:30 p.m. bell time. Tickets for PWX versus Pure start at just $15 and can be purchased in advance by visiting our website, pwxpure.com. We want to remind you that seating at Hebron Hall is limited, so we encourage you to get your tickets early to avoid being shut out of the final event of the year when PWX battles Pure. Which side will you be cheering for, PWX or Team Pure? Which brand will come out on top as we march to X16 in 2019? titles will be decided. The X16 gets another addition to the growing field of 16, and one brand will walk away superior on December 8th. In the Events Center, I'm Brett Wolverton.
There ain't no stopping us. We are the ones who will bring new